Hi everyone, how are you all doing? I hope everyone is well. Anyway, it's nice to connect with you again on my channel, Miracles Do Happen. Today, I would like to talk about coping up when you're going through a separation or divorce. Honestly, this is something that I was waiting to talk about because I feel it is very important to talk about such situations. How do you cope up with breakup, separation, or divorce? Let's talk. We all of us experience the first feeling of love from our parents. That love is incredible. Can anyone ever compare that love with anything else? No, you can't. The love we receive from siblings, friends, and relatives, and any other person is different, one from the other. If I say our life is built with love and it needs love to be alive, I hope I'm not wrong. So, as we grow up into adulthood, on this journey of life, we meet our partners. We all of us getting into relationships, getting attached to one another. And most of the time, we never want to let anyone go for any reason. Do you know the reason for that? It's for nothing else. It's because we all love our significant others deeply. And it's not easy to be separated from any relationship. I would like to break this into 3 categories and talk a bit about how to cope if you're getting separated from the person you love. As a teenager, what would you do if your relationship broke up? Yes, you will think it's the worst thing that could ever happen to you. I firmly believe if someone is meant to be in your life, he or she will be. In a relationship, both parties have to make an effort to keep it moving, as you cannot clap with one hand. You cannot have a healthy relationship if only one person puts in all the effort. That's the truth. It doesn't matter what it is. If you recognize any weakness in your partner, he or she has to work hard on it to get rid of that. If it is between a married couple, it is a must. Otherwise, not only your spouse, but if you have children, they will suffer tremendously. And eventually, your children would have to recover from their childhood experiences. So, how do you cope with this? I would like you to ask yourself this. Just go to your thoughts. Think for a moment. Why do you have to leave your partner, or why did your partner leave you? Whatever the reason is, it cannot be something simple, because no one would live a relationship without a fair reason. That's the truth, right? If your partner left you because of someone else, or you left your partner because of an unbearable issue, or whatever the reason is, I want you to give a couple of minutes to think about that issue. If he or she really loved you and recognized the value of the attachment or the relationship, perhaps he or she would have never left you. On the other hand, if he or she was aware of any kind of personal weakness or any faults, he or she would have tried to overcome the weakness or try to change. So you get this point. Why worry so much about a person who didn't attempt to fix up the issue and save the relationship? This is one of the biggest stresses people go through in life at any age, from young to middle age. My lovely friends, we have to make our minds strong, thinking that we did our best in our capacity to make it work. But if the other person doesn't want it or doesn't make any attempts, why should we destroy our lives by being overly stressed? It's okay to cry and let it go. It's okay to be sad and think whenever things come to mind. But do we have to go through extremes and go through depression? I know it's very easy to say, but very hard to put into action. You know very well, it's not easy to go through such a situation in life. It doesn't matter how knowledgeable or educated you are, or even how strong you are. This is something really hard. It is way too hard if you are in a marriage and have children. But it doesn't matter what stage you're in a relationship, or whether you're legally married or not. If you truly love that person, you will almost feel the same way despite how long you have been in the relationship. If you're dating for a longer period, or if you're married for a long time, you will be devastated to leave that relationship. My lovely friends, whenever a breakup happens, think about yourself first. If you have children, it is a must. Do you know why? It's because your children need you. That is why you have to put yourself first. You have to be well and strong to look after them. Otherwise, their lives will be shattered eventually. If you are a young person or a teenager, the same goes for you. Just think about yourself and love yourself first. If something happens to you, your parents won't be able to handle it. Their lives get destroyed. Just remember, there's no one in this world who loves you more than your parents. No one can give that unconditional love no matter who you are. Whenever there is a breakup for anyone, always think about your children and parents who love you tremendously and will do anything for you. Believe me, it becomes more bearable for you. In a moment like this, we just have to love ourselves a little bit more. Be kind to yourself. There's no one in this world who doesn't have any problems or situations in life. Almost everyone has something on her or his plate. It's true, some people have more than others, but that's life. Let's try to understand it. Any kind of situation won't stay the same forever. As I mentioned before, if someone or something is meant to be in our lives, we will get that back, or it may have happened for better. If you can try to minimize the suffocation you go through, then you are doing a great job. Let's try to always engage in something very meaningful and helpful when we go through such a situation. Breathe. Think about children and family. The most important thing is not to have hatred towards your partner. Always have good thoughts about him or her. When you start thinking that way, your mind will be calm and slowly settled. Don't expect everything to change or happen overnight. It takes time. I hope my words touched your heart. Let's do some breathing. Do it a couple of times. Think, I'm going to be kind to myself. Let's think we may all be well and happy. I hope to see you all in my next video. Take care.